Once again, we are live. We are live once again. Once again, we are live. Once again, we are live. Man, it's a good day. I'm having a good day. As I say, every day above ground for me is a good day. I hope that y'all are having a good day also. Um, as you enter the building, go hit up the chat. Let me know you in the house. As you enter this live, go hit up the chat. Let me know you in the building. I want to say thank y'all, man, for the continued support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I say thank y'all for the continued support. Today is TGIF, which is thank God it's Friday. We entering into the weekend. Man, this should be a good weekend for most of us. This is Father's Day weekend. So make sure you shout out and show love to the fathers, man. Make sure y'all extend that love to the fathers. As I said, I want to thank y'all for the continued support, man. We got a lot to talk about. I'm going to give time for people to get into the room, but we got a lot to talk about. As you enter the building, go hit up the chat. Let me know you in the house. As you enter this building, hit up the chat. Let me know you in the house. As you enter the building, let me know you in the house. I want to thank y'all for the, hey, Valerie. Valerie said, Mark, oh boy, a lot going on all the time. There's always a lot going on, but we want to stay focused. I'm going to unpack and just talk about a few things, but we also going to make sure that we celebrate the fathers. Make sure we celebrate the fathers this weekend. Thank you, Valerie. Valerie said, Happy Father's Day. Thank you. Appreciate that. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. For those that have not been keeping up, it's been all over the news, with the protests, ICE running up and just snatching up people. There's been a lot going on. So with no further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and y'all just join in as you come into the live. Out in California, out in Los Angeles, California, there's been a lot going on with the protests. There's been a lot going on with the protests, and as you know, ICE been running around with like a chicken with their heads cut off, acting a fool. Aurora said, hello, have a great day. Thank you, Aurora. Welcome to the live. This is Mark B's Perspective, where I talk about a lot of different topics. Tomorrow is a plan for a big protest throughout the United States. I think like almost 2,000 different locations they will be protesting, and this is the No Kings protest. Hubby said they're just doing their jobs. That's what's up. We respect everybody's opinion, but you keep messing with Trump, you won't have no opinion because he's gonna make it where it's gonna be his way or the highway. So enjoy these freedoms while you got them, Huddy. Since you want to say they're just doing their job, some people say they violating the constitutions, but America is speaking. They will have 2,000 different protests tomorrow, June 14th. So, and then some people say it ain't even safe in America now because you got ICE running around just snatching people up. That's not just doing their job, man. They running around like a gang, chasing people, going to jobs and getting people. Trump lied to y'all and said he was only going to mess with criminals. I'm just going to target criminals. But as we all know, he's been going to schools, elementary graduation, snatching up kids. That's not their job, man. Wake up and open your eyes, honey. That's not their jobs, man. They acting like a gang, the gang that they are. So America is speaking. They're having big protests tomorrow. Also, this is Father's Day weekend, man. Let's not overlook that. Make sure you show love to your father or, any fathers show as much love. It ain't gonna never be as big as Mother's Day, but make sure you show love to the fathers tomorrow. Make sure you show love to the fathers on Sunday. You know, Sunday is an actual holiday. But love on them all weekend if you can. Those who have been keeping up with the P. Diddy trial, you know, they had a guest appearance today. They had a big appearance. The rapper Kanye West showed up. He made a grand entrance at the P. Diddy trial, and he was showing support for P. Diddy. So I don't know if y'all been keeping up with that. He couldn't actually get into the courtroom because it was too packed. And they say the courtroom is on the 26th floor. I think he was like 3 floors under that in what's called a overflow room. He was over there with, I think, one of P. Diddy's sons, and he watched the situation like on a monitor. So that's what happened with that, man. Kanye West came to Diddy trial to show support for Diddy. You know, a lot of people saying Diddy's a monster, you know, all the stuff he's doing, but Kanye West is openly supporting P. Diddy, man. So that's something that's going on as well. It ain't as big as the thing tomorrow because, you know, tomorrow is President Trump's birthday. Huddy, I didn't understand what you were saying. You said, no, Kanye just doesn't want it. I don't know what you're talking about, man. But anyway, Valerie say, what? Kanye was at the trial? Kanye West showed up at the trial, man. Came in, but he didn't get a chance to go into the courtroom. He was on another floor, and he was watching it from a monitor, they said. And they said in that room, they had a lot of reporters and, you know, different people. I think one of P. Diddy's sons was there with Kanye West right there. So they say Kanye watched for a while, you know what I'm saying, and then left. I don't even think he let nobody interview him because, you know, they probably had a whole bunch of questions for Kanye West. But he came, as I said, in order to show support for P. Diddy. So that's where we at with that, man. As I said, it is a lot going on. As y'all know, yesterday, for those who don't know, man, a Democratic senator got hemmed up. They hemmed him up. He came into the press conference and he wanted to ask a question, right? Man, they wrapped him up, threw him out the room, put him on the floor and put cuffs on him and detained him for a while. And the crazy thing is they didn't even arrest him. They're claiming that they didn't know who he was, but even in the video, you can hear him identifying himself. So the Homeland Security, this ICE crew, they straight up like a gang. Trump got them running around like a gang. Valerie said, I wonder. So this ICE thing is running around about like a gang. So I think they got the World Cup. I think it's going to be this weekend's one of them big soccer games. And I saw somebody made a video and said, listen, it's not safe. Do not come over here in these United States of America because it ain't safe. And as I was listening, I was like, that makes sense. Now Fear said, that's his own gang, bro. Yeah, they're a gang, man. But there's a soccer game that's played, I guess, this weekend or next weekend. And the person on the video was saying, listen, man, all you international soccer fans, don't y'all come over here because Trump and them put out a message that long as they got ID, they good to come. But the person who made the video said, nah, that ain't true. They've been snatching up people with ID. They've been snatching up reporters. They've been snatching up professors. So they telling y'all ain't nobody safe. And they was encouraging them to watch that game on TV. It's not safe over here right now. And that's something to think about. It's sad we living in a time where it ain't even safe. Anybody can get snatched up. And how they're doing it right now is when they snatching these people up, they don't even have designated areas that everybody know. If somebody get locked up, for instance, let me say this, you know, to go down to the county or go here to check on your peoples. With this group here, you don't even know where they at. They just putting them in some undisclosed area. Valerie said, I can't believe that we can't ask questions. Yeah, it's rough. They not playing the radio. Hubby said it's safer than most countries, though. Yeah, it's safer. Listen, as a democracy, or some of y'all say a republic, whichever one, I'm not even arguing that. It shouldn't even be here. This is the land of the free, right? The home of the brave. So don't just say, oh, it's still safer. We going backwards though. Come on, Huddy. Just be real. We going backwards in a direction that we should not be going. Detroit in the building. What up, Detroit? Woke folk. That's right. Don't be sleep. You got to be woke, Detroit. You represent the D. Motown is in the building. But what I'm saying is, it's sad. They in that video, and I was listening to this person, and everything they said made sense. They said, "Y'all come over here to watch that World Cup." They saying Trump and numbers, they're attacking black and brown people. You come over here, you can have ID in your pocket. It might take them a couple of days to find out where you at after you get snatched up. So we're some real serious times. Now, Fear said, how can they kick people out of their own lands? That's a good question, though, man. Ain't none of this funny, man, but this is the reality we in right now, man. It is at a point they don't even have to show ID. ICE ran up in the elementary graduation, man. And he was saying that he was only going to go after criminals. Ain't no criminals at no elementary graduation, and you snatching up children. But that's how they playing. They not playing fair. They don't care about none of that. They don't care about none of that. And they said some people even going to Guantanamo Bay. They got so many secret places, man. Listen what they said. Listen what they said, this person that was making the video. They said some of the locations are abandoned building where they're not even getting food and water. They just putting them there. And then they might get them later and transfer them somewhere else. So you ain't even guaranteed no 3 meals. They putting you in the empty, abandoned buildings that they made specifically for this, man. It's not safe right now in the United States under ICE. And don't let Trump put a mark or a tag on your back. They'll know you right and then get you. It's going to take a month before they figure this out. Figure out where you at, first of all. So that's what we're dealing with. We're in some real serious times. For all my brothers, you know, Detroit, not fear. I want to say happy Father's Day. This is Father's Day weekend, man. Hope that y'all be safe. Enjoy your family. You know, just sit back, kick up if you can. If you don't got to work, go and lay back, kick up. Let the lady serve you if possible. Detroit, what you got planned for Father's Day? And not fair. I don't know if you was on here earlier. They said Kanye showed up at the P. Diddy trial. Did you hear that, not fair? I know you just getting on, but I just want to make sure everybody that's on here heard that Kanye West made an appearance at P. Diddy trial to show him support. Now, Fear said, happy Father's Day, bro. And all the men. Appreciate that. Kanye West came up in the building. It was so packed at the trial that he was not able to get into the main courtroom. They put him in like an overflow room where he was sitting there. He watched on a monitor for a little bit before he peeled out. So that's what's going on. Yesterday, as I said, and Valerie was talking about we can't ask questions. They came to the press conference, right? And he was about to ask a question. Man, they grabbed that man so quick and threw him up out of there. This man is a senator, a high-ranking senator. They still took him to the ground, cuffed him and all that. He's so pissed. I see him suing them shortly. And I think he got every right to sue them. Valerie said, even if it was criminals at the graduation, wait and follow and catch them later. Them kids are traumatized. Listen, man. Listen, it's so sad right now. They might not even want to go to school next year. Them children I'm talking about. But see, the Republican Party, and I'm not talking to Republican, Democrat, Independent. I'm not even really talking about that. But what I'm saying specifically, the Republican Party represent pro-life. They love the people. They love the kids, right? They should be outraged that ICE is running up in elementary graduations. That should be a no-no. They should be outraged. But guess what? They not. The sad thing about it is, if it was a white elementary graduation, that would be a different story. Huddy said, oh, but Democrats believe in abortion. Right now, we're not talking about abortion right now, man. It's a mortal sin if you don't. But what I'm saying is, Huddy, you love people so much, and you can sit back and watch this president mistreat human beings. But you okay with that? Don't be a hypocrite about this, Huddy. Come on, man. Detroit said the children of the deported are left here. That's another. Let me finish reading this. I got something on that. Detroit, that's a good point. Detroit said the children of the deported are left here, have to go to immigration court and family court because the right to an attorney is not available in civil court. It's a mess, man. They spoke about a husband, a father, and a mother, a husband and wife were working hard in the fields. They ran up on them, got them, and guess what? They got is it a 6th grader left behind? He ain't got no parents. That's all he knew. But see, this administration don't care nothing about that. And you got my man Huddy talking about, well, Democrats and abortion. Listen, man, we talking about right now and treating people right. That's what it's about, treating people right, man. These are human beings. But because Trump don't like them or they not white, you mistreat them and treat them any kind of way. Valerie said, happy Father's Day to all the fathers in the chat. Thank you, Valerie. Huddy said, Joe did that, though. Listen, man, stop deflecting. Let's stay on point. Right now, Joe is sick with cancer. He ain't got nothing to do with what's going on right now. Let's address this problem right now. IKA said, they're lying to you, homie. They've lied about Trump for the past 10 years, so why would no be different? I'm not trying to change your mind, but wherever you're told something, look deeper into it. Listen, I look deep. I'm gonna encourage you to look deep. You might be just meet me, man. I'm not sure though. I don't know what kind of research you do, but I do extensive research. And if you support this president, I would encourage you to do some research, man. He don't care nothing about you, especially if you're a black or brown individual. So don't come to me with that, man. Get your books, get your backpack, and go do some more studying. IKA. Get some more studying before you come on this live. You're dealing with the right one today, though. Much love to you. But if you supporting that trash president, then I know that you can't be doing the studying you saying you doing. You can't be. You see this man attacking children. There's no way you can say that you look deeper. What's deeper to look, man? We're talking about children, man. Detroit said the Trump administration partially terminated the program that allows legal services provided to represent children, putting 26,000 children at risk of losing their attorneys. Listen, man, he wanted this thing to be so bad. This is all part of the oligarchy. This is all a part of the dictatorship to give him control over everything. Everybody got to come to him and bow down to him. I want to take Black history. Y'all can't worship Black history at the jobs, but we can worship it at the White House. So the thing is, everything's going to have to go through Trump. Y'all can do Black history, but it got to be authorized through me. Y'all can't celebrate. I'm going to take the holiday. You can't have it in government offices or on government calendar. So, and even with these children, man, them children would be at the feet of Trump. They got to go to Trump and beg. But guess what, Detroit? A lot of these businesses went crying to Trump and said we're losing the workers because as they snatching up all these, as we call them, immigrants, who else going to do the job? So they don't even care about the people. They went crying to Trump and said, we got to close our businesses. So now Trump is backpedaling And he's not going to be attacking those who work on these farms, because guess what? Those farms provide food and stuff to Americans. Here come Huddy again. I support Jesus Christ. I have no hate for any race or party. Listen, man, but your party is hating on people. Jesus would not be sitting back quietly supporting this administration. He would be speaking out against it, right? If you do this to the least of these, since you say you're a Christian, the scriptures say, if you do these to the least, to the immigrant, to the illegal, if you do this to the least, you've done it to me. Nafir said, Trump changing his tune on them farms, reality setting in. Yeah, people talking to him. But the reasoning ain't even right. He doing it to save these businesses. Oh, I'm gonna let them work. They're good people now. What about the people you already took? What about the families you already separated? So this is a real serious thing. Jaden said, what's the flip? Is up, Mark. Jaden Snipes. Jaden Snipes in the building. Appreciate you, man. Detroit said, right now here in Arizona, we know of 2 children, 1-year-old and one who just turned 3, who we are not able to represent because of the termination of this program. That's some BS, man. That's some BS. Now, Fear said nobody else doing them jobs. That's the thing. And them companies called it. See, the companies didn't care at first because they wasn't really thinking, who gonna do these jobs? If they was thinking in the beginning, they're like, no, Trump, don't do that. But now after the words, they done lost half of their workers. Now they all coming to Trump, begging him to chill. And Trump like, okay, I'm gonna chill. But listen, man. Listen, man, we're in some real serious times. Trump go from one extreme to the next. So he might let them slide on that, but he thinking about something else. Trump thinking of a way, man. And guess what? Black folks, we not off the hook. Trump probably thinking of a prison program for these farmers. He thinking it ain't really safe to do right now because he don't want all these prisoners running around and some of them might escape. But Trump is thinking, so black folks don't think we getting away. We good. When they hinted and Trump said that, you know, the Republicans said that they will allow Trump to deport American citizens, who you think they're going to start with? Prisoners for one. And you know, we're dealing with prison is majority African Americans. So he ain't done. We only, what, 6 months into this presidency? We only 6 months in right now. 6 months. We got 3.5 to go. This is just the beginning. Man, I want to thank y'all. Excuse me. It was a hot one today too, man. Even in the rain, you know, it rained a little bit. It was hot. So make sure, man, y'all stay hydrated, man. Drink that fluid. Drink them fluids. Drink them fluids. For those in the DC area, those in the DC, Baltimore area, you know, and that surrounding area, President Trump's birthday is tomorrow, and he's going to party like it's 1999. Trump going to party like it's 1999. They said that the bill or the cost for the parade, right, tomorrow is like $64 million. I want y'all to hear me close, man. The cost for the parade, see, he did it slick. He's celebrating the Army, right? Because it's their birthday, 100-something years or whatever. So it's their celebration, but it falls on his birthday. So it's really his birthday, but he gonna have the Army out there and, you know, this and that. 64 million. And that's another thing. There's a lot of hypocrisy going on. We talk about waste and fraud, even with his followers. Well, waste and fraud, they're spending too much money. We got to cut Medicaid. Listen, man, that for that parade tomorrow, you know how many Medicaid people that just that alone will cover? So it ain't really about the money, man. It's about who. It's about it ain't about money, because they spend that all the time. Every time Trump go golfing, he build the United States, which are taxpayers. So what I'm saying is everybody talking about waste and fraud, but we don't say nothing when they spend money. But we want to cut. We want to cut from the poor. We want to cut from the poor. Why? Because we're making America great again. I want to speak to some of my non-racist white folks, right? Because you sit back quietly and you allow this to happen. To all my non-racist white folks, right? We're going to take this money from these people, elderly, children, it don't matter, who need this money, right? And we're going to cry and say it's waste and fraud. Cut Medicaid. Detroit said no Kings protest nationwide is going to be the story tomorrow. And Trump is going to be so butthurt. Have you seen the map of the protests worldwide? Crazy. No, but I know what it said, between 1,800 and 2,000 different protests. 1,800 and 2,000 different protests. He would be a fool if he tried to put military on all those different places. You're really cutting us thin, and you're making America vulnerable. So we need to be careful with that. But he did say anybody who come to the DC area where he's having his birthday celebration at, you're going to be faced with harsh pushback, or whatever he was saying. So that's the reality, man. He's spending all that money on his birthday. He claiming it's for the army, so they're going to be there celebrating the army thing. But it's about his birthday. It's all about his birthday. But he said don't come to his birthday party tripping. He said don't come to his birthday party tripping. But guess what, man? People are so fired up, especially about these stories about how they handling children, how they handling senators. They just, excuse me, they just going crazy. Detroit said on 4 continents, but they canceled the one in DC. Okay. They might have a small protest in DC, but you know, all the ones, you said 4 continents. Woo! It's going to be big, man. People are fed up. People are fed up. I'm going to throw y'all something too. I know y'all are aware about Israel did the strike on Iran, right? You know, Trump was they was in negotiation about getting Iran to stop making them nuclears. You know, that's what the negotiations about. It ain't proven. This is my, you know, thoughts on it, my perspective. Trump gave them the green light. He admitted to giving them the green light, but he also gonna come out and say, I told y'all to do, he was talking real fly to Iran. Trump supported that attack, you know, because he gave him the tanks, he gave him the weapons, and he gave him the green light. So I don't know what's going to happen behind that. They said Iran did retaliate, but it wasn't, they ain't really make no noise. Valerie said in Florida, the people said they killing protesters. Ooh, sad. See, that's another thing, you know, because you got the militias out there too now. You got the militias out there. So people going to have to be careful, man, in certain areas, man. I seen the story about the black farmer in Colorado. Man, they doing that farmer dirty, man. They killing his, you know, poisoning like his cattle and stuff like that. They done been on his property. He calls the authority. There's nothing they can do. That man got it bad, but he's a black farmer out there in Colorado. So we're in some dangerous times, especially when some of these racist organizations feel like they got the green light under Trump, and that's what we're dealing with. And I pray, you know, Valerie said in Florida, you know, they said they would be killing people, because if they kill somebody, you know, they're going to get off on it because they're going to have the backing of the president on the low. So people say, well, how is he racist? All you got to do is watch everything he does. Don't ask me how is he racist. Valerie said the head policeman said that. Wow. Well, they're going to have to do it because people coming out. I don't wish no harm on nobody, but I'll be keeping my ear to the streets. Detroit said, Netanyahu is going to let Israel blown into the sea. Yeah, Netanyahu, yeah, is going to get Israel blown into the sea. Trump canceled the Iran nuclear deal, told them to create a new deal, and emboldened Israel to commit genocide to Muslims. Yeah, that's another thing too, man. There's a lot going on, and Trump, like, he just gonna run rapid. His attacks is not only on immigrants. See, people better wake up. Like my man said, Detroit said, on Muslims too. It's on black and brown folks, man. He ain't got no love for none of y'all. Remember the numbers. 80% of black men voted for Harris. Trump ain't feeling like that. Trump ain't feeling that, I mean. And Trump is vindictive. 92% of black women voted. So don't think we off the hook. People saying black people need to just chill. Okay. He coming for our heads too, man. We in the plan, this Project 2025 plan. The talent said, how is he racist? Listen, man, just watch some of my old videos. I'm not going to waste this time right now to explain to you, right? Do you see how he treating immigrants? But you see how he let the white folks from South Africa in, lovey-dovey. Oh, my peoples, we love y'all. All you got to do is the talent. Open your eyes, man. I'm not going to waste time going back and forth with you telling you this. If you continue to ask that question, I would be suspect about you, because you can't be real with all that you see and going on and how he treat minorities. You can't be real with that question, man. Now you suspect. They said over and over again, it wasn't about the price of eggs, the talent. It was not about the price of eggs, while people didn't want to vote for the black woman, for Kamala Harris, and they knew what Donald Trump was. It was bigger than that. Some people even admitted it. I didn't want a woman president, is what some people said. And number two, they didn't want a black woman. Detroit said talent, because all the racists support him. They believe he is racist. Thank you. He's supported by the KKK, the neo-Nazis, the Proud Boys. All these white supremacist groups support President Trump. And guess what? Trump support them too. Thank you. Appreciate that. But guess what? As I was saying earlier to somebody, the talent, right now you got the freedom to agree or disagree. Trump want to take all that. He don't even allow you or anybody else to disagree with him, because anybody who disagrees with President Trump, he then going to attack him. So remember that. Don't give your rights up to this man because you think he ain't going to affect us. We good. Don't do that, man. Look at what he's doing to the children, man. Just open your eyes and look at it. But the talent, make sure you stay hydrated too, because it's hot out there. Make sure you, Detroit, everybody on here, make sure y'all stay hydrated, man. It's a hot one. I got that good H2O. But yeah, that's the thing. That tomorrow, man, keep your eyes and your ears open. Donald Trump spending $64 million on his birthday. He disguising it that he really celebrating the army. Nah, it ain't about that. He gonna give him a little shout out. This is Donald Trump's parade, is what it really is, and he's spending $64 million. And I don't hear no Republicans condemning that. None of them. Everybody talk about waste and fraud. We gotta cut this. We gotta cut old people's check. We gotta cut Medicaid and Medicare. Right? So hypocritical, man. And now is not the time to be hypocritical, right? Because what you're allowing may come back and bite you in the behind. Valerie said ice cranberry herbal tea. Woo! Now that's what I'm talking about. Detroit, what you drinking on? I got that ice. I got that H2O, that good ice water. Valerie got that ice cranberry herbal tea. What you got, Detroit? What you drinking on? Do you got anything? What you drinking on, man? What are you drinking on? See, see how it seeps out though. The talent, y'all can't even cover it up. That's that undercover racism. The talent gonna say about Detroit, probably a 40. That's what I'm talking about, man. Y'all gotta stop that hate and that undercover racism stuff, man. Trust Chick said we love Trump. Okay, we respect that. We respect that. Why we got the freedom to love and choose and all that. But guess what? The Trump might not love you back the way you love him, because Trump got a plan. And if you just, unless you're a billionaire, you're not a part of that plan. Oh, the talent said, see, that's why my man's. The talent said, I'm not undercover though. I'm with it. But that's, be who you are, man. Because you can't hide it, especially with me. Be who you are. Trust Chick said, wrong. Wrong what? What are you talking about? You see what he's doing? He's a straight dictator. You can't even disagree with him, Trust Chick. If you disagree with him, he will disown you. So go ahead and continue to put your alliance and your commitment and pledge to Trump. I thought y'all wasn't supposed to worship a man. Trust Chick. I thought y'all wasn't supposed to worship a man. Or do y'all worship men? What is it? Is it just Trump? What is he doing so special? Man, I can't stomach what Israel is doing to Iran. I said that, man. And guess what? Trump co-signed that. Trump gave them the green light. Thank you, Rural Live. I appreciate that. Ken, I ain't seen my man Ken in the building. Ken, I ain't seen you in a minute. Ken said, King Trump. See, continue to bow down. Ken bowing down. Guess what? I bow down to no man. I bow down to no man. It said, Rural Live said every country should have the right to defend their country. I get you on that, but are you in agreement? Because you started off saying you can't stomach what Israel is doing to Iran. Are you saying Iran should defend, or you agree with Israel striking them? Because Israel said that they defending their land. Yeah. Ooh, you go a little too deep. But I'm with you though. Rural Live said the Western society is brainwashed in Christianity. When it all boils down to it, even beyond black and white, it can go to religion, because religious war has been fought for thousands of years. Good stuff, man. It said, will you teach me? Trump didn't give Israel the green light. Israel let them know they were doing it regardless. Yeah, but I'm just saying, because he did give them the green light. And guess what? He gave them more military artillery, right? They got to rely on the artillery from the United States. So they didn't just say, yo, they said, listen, man, we need this blase, blase, blase. And they got the artillery just in case Israel, Iran act a fool. So yeah, he gave him the green light. Ken S said, Yahoo is an idiot. Israel is going to pop off the last battle. Clarify for me, Ken. I think I understand what you're saying, but I want to make sure so the people understand what you're saying. You said Yahoo is an idiot. Oh, Netanyahu. When I read my fault, I got you. Right. Ken, my fault. I got you. Yeah. Yeah, it took me a minute. I'm thinking of Yahoo Mail. Yo, I got you, man. I got you. I was in my slow mode. I was in slow mode, Ken. I got you. It said, we fund Israel with tax dollars, which is BS. That needs to stop. Israel can fight its own wars. But that's why they're going to fight, because they know they got the big bully, but they got the big brother behind them. And right now, they all together. Trump and they all in agreement. So it said, Rural Live said, can you imagine if all the countries in the Middle Eastern were on one accord, it'd be a problem. From Egypt, Syria, all I got you, all that. It'd be a problem, man. But then now, but now you're gonna have all the bullies to get together. See what I'm saying? So Real Live said, I call him nothing yet. Real Live, that's crazy. He said, I call him nothing Yahoo. It said, we even gave Iran money. Yeah, but nowhere near what we give. It ain't even in comparison, you know, what we give. We get them for other reasons, you know. The talent said, Daddy Trump is going to take care of it. Yeah. Okay. Real Live said, can you imagine if all the Asians countries were on one accord? Yeah, now you're talking about, now you're talking about a bigger coalition than just the Muslims. Can you imagine if Africa was on one accord? Listen, man. You speaking nothing but facts, man. And guess what? We might be heading towards that time in Africa. You know, with a start with South Africa. You know, even my man up there in that's like middle Africa. Yeah. So country by countries. If the whole continent can be on one accord, there'd be a force to be reckoned with, man. Talking about the continent of Africa. But any of these nations, but it's so crazy though, because the way Trump is running this country, other people are thinking about, okay, what can we do outside of the United States? There was a time where everybody relied on the US. We losing. Real Lives that I respect China. We all have to. China was sitting back for years. You talking about playing chess? They've been sitting back for years. And guess what? That's why they're on top. Even when it comes to economy and making stuff, they not playing the radio. It said Africa had the most slaves of any continent. They still do slave trading. Nobody wants to hear about that though. Listen, man. What was done here, like you try to say what people are doing. What was done here ain't been done nowhere else. It's not being done in Africa. The chattel slavery that was done here, the inhumane acts that white folks did, the people here, it ain't been matched nowhere. You can't find a nation that did to human beings what white folks did to Africans here in the Americas. But thank you, man. Real Live said, speak it. The talent said, Africans don't get along. They behead each other. You just talking general, man. I'm going to finish reading your thing. Only place on earth they still crack open heads looking for gold nuggets. Man, you just talking, man. Talk about some real stuff. Right now, we have a wicked regime under President Trump. And guess what? The world is watching. The world is seeing it. Detroit said, talent. If you need a father figure, ask Trump to adopt you. Meanwhile, those of us with real fathers need Trump to be a mature human being with a soul. Treat people right. That's all people actually treat people right, man. Now you got people going out in the streets, risking being locked up. Some of them risking being deported because of this man. The talent said they still do in 2025. Ken S said, that's not true, my friend. All races have committed terrible atrocities. Listen, man, we're not going to go through that because I know y'all don't. That's why y'all don't want to deal with history. That's why Trump want to ban books and stuff like that, because y'all can't deal with the real truth, man. It hasn't been done. It's even worse than Germany, what they did here in America, what white folks did, man. But I don't want to embarrass you, man, if you can't handle the truth. Talk about all races. No, let's deal with what happened here, man. You got a president that want to like he can get rid of history, like you said. No, all people. Okay, address this right here. Y'all can't face this, right? And let me ask you this, Ken. In the 60s, Ken, this for you, Ken. In the 60s, you had the Klan marching, thousands and thousands upon thousands of them with the Klan suits. And let me explain this to you, Ken. These suits were custom made. They had to be patched on. They had to be dry clean. They couldn't have been washed because the red would have been fading into the white sheets. Where are those Klan suits at today, man? Ken, we're not even going to compare, man, but it was some atrocities that were done, man. But I'm asking you, where are those Klan suits that you seen your forefathers had? This is just in the 60s and 70s. They marching on Washington. Where are those Klan suits? You know why we haven't found? I haven't never seen none in no Goodwill, nowhere. They haven't been donated. So where are those suits at? Some of them are still in people's closets. Some of them Klan suits, they're traded into suits and put in regular suits. And now they're judges, lawyers, police, and all that. But we don't want to have that conversation. Ken, you're not ready to have that conversation, man. The town said blacks are still enslaving each other in Africa to this day. Why not go back and save your people? The talent, where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? Because white folks stole this land. This ain't no white folks' land. Where are you going to go, man? And there we go. Always got to say Democrat or Republican, man. Y'all can't deal with real stuff because the true racists, they're both. But if you want to study the history on that, it's straight up Republicans. They the ones supported that. They the ones were suppressing black people from the time of history. Thank you, Ken. And if you know of any of your family members who have those suits, whether it's your grandparents or great-grandparents, turn them suits in. That's the kind of stuff I really want to hear. Don't say, I got 2 black friends. But you want to be real about this stuff. You want to be a revolutionary about this stuff. If you know about your family who had those suits, you turn them suits in. I ain't never seen somebody come on TV and say, my grandfather had the suits in the closets. Those suits are somewhere, man. Everybody come out like everybody all good. We love y'all, but y'all allow policies that hurt one race over another. Come on, man. You ain't win nothing, man. This is a melting pot. It doesn't belong to white folks. The powers that be control it, but this is not y'all land, man. Y'all from the caves, man, ain't y'all? The talent. Don't come here talking that they go to. Where can you go to the talent? I'm not gonna allow no white folks to come on here and say they can leave. No, you leave. You go back to the caves or wherever you was from. Don't try it with me, man. Please. What they say, please and thank you. The days of not knowing and being asleep are over, man, for a lot of people, man. The days of not knowing, being asleep, believing your lies are over with. But listen, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all long. Valerie said, talent for real. Y'all squatters. For real, they can't handle the truth on that. They want to always say, well, leave and do this. Come on, man. The talent. You can't even use the word educate, man, because that's going to really expose you. So the talent, we'll holler at you, man. Tomorrow, you should educate yourself. Come on, man. Don't even start, man. I ain't even said nothing yet. I ain't even begin to tip the iceberg yet. So make sure you educate yourself before you come on this one. But anyway, man, back to our scheduling program, man. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all for the continued support. You know, as people come in, I'm saying again, tomorrow, man, they got the biggest one of the biggest protests, man. No Kings protest. Kid said, my brother never saw one. Lived my brothers and sisters. When I was in the Army, DC, during February, which is Black History Month, I was an honorable brother and was Only white guy playing. Congratulations, Ken. I appreciate you, man. I believe you too, man. Thank you. First of all, thank you for your service. You know, in the Army, y'all having a thing tomorrow. I wish y'all didn't allow Trump to pimp y'all and have his birthday on y'all celebration. That should have been totally separate. But anyway, on a basketball playing on a basketball tournament, much love. Detroit said MAGA won their election, but you really lost one. You just lost one. It's so silly how come when it's all done, did you really gain from what you done? Lauren Hill, yeah. Yeah, you really lost one. I know that song, man. I am hip hop. Yeah, but I appreciate that. See, you know what? But listen, I'm gonna lead us up. I'm great to cut him off. But all you got to do is let him talk. Look at the talent, what he says. The racism seeps out of them sometimes, man. It be in them. They try to be undercover, but when you expose them, they resort to this. You see what this man said? Let me go and get rid of this dude, man. I ain't gonna have you being disrespectful like that, man. Here, you know, I let people say, but you ain't gonna just be. See, that's what they do, man. That's crazy. We just talking. We let him share his thoughts. We sharing thoughts. Then he want to say monkey. Come on, man. Your chromosomes, should I say it? Are you really about to do it? Your chromosomes, sir, are a lot closer to a monkey than mine, man. Don't you play with me, man. But thank you for sharing that, man. I want to say thank you to y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Shame we can't come together in this country. Hurts my soul. Be kind to everyone. Ken, much love. That's what it's about, man. It's about, you know, loving each other, man. Because the goal is to divide and conquer. And people who want to divide and conquer, they got their ulterior motives, man. So we come together, you know, really be a force to be reckoned with, man. Thank you, Ken. I appreciate that. Valerie said I will leave them in the chat. More viewers. Yeah. Yeah. You right. My fault. You right. Don't. How can you bring them back? I don't even know how to do that. Don't. Yeah, yeah. That was a good point, Valerie. I should have left him. I should have left him in there. I just put him in a timeout though. But thank you. Listen, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. I appreciate y'all coming through. Anybody got any last thoughts or comments before we wrap this up? Anybody got any last thoughts, comments, or anything? I want to remind y'all, man, tomorrow is going down. They got the No Kings protests. People who fed up with Trump and all this administration and the gang ICE running around, snatching up kids, you know. Said you can unblock them. Let me hold on. Let me see if hold on for a minute before I go. Let me try to. I didn't block them, I just put them in a timeout. So how you do that? So you can unblock them. Yeah. They're not blocked, they just in a temporary timeout. Y'all have found a word. The derangement is y'all. Because y'all can't see Ken. You talk about Trump derangement. We don't care nothing about him. We just tell that man to leave us alone. He the one going messing with people. Ain't nobody caring about Trump and his folks. So that's y'all, Ken. Y'all use a word because some white folks have said they got Trump derangement. No, y'all are deranged, right? and a whole lot of other words that can be used too. Y'all the ones messed up in the game, not us, Ken. Y'all get it together. Wake up, man. Get a backbone and stop worshiping a man. He's not God. He's just a man. As long as y'all, when y'all finally wake up and able to stand against him, Ken, you're not even allowed to disagree with this man, but you continue to worship him. After the timeout, they can chime in. Okay. All right. But I'm about to wrap it up, man. I had enough. I got some stuff I got to do, but I appreciate y'all, man. I thank y'all for the continued support. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all for the continued support. Tomorrow is on and popping. No kings, man. Trump ain't no king. I thank y'all for the continued. Valerie said, Mark, he is saying Trump ain't all of that. He ain't. He ain't. Ken, I appreciate you, man. Until next time, not fair said I support you 1,000%. Appreciate you, man. Listen, man, y'all be safe out there, man. And guess what? It ain't safe in America, man, because you can get snatched up at a drop of a dime. But y'all have a good night. Be safe. Enjoy your weekend. For my fathers, y'all have a good weekend, man. Have a good Father's Day on Sunday. Much love to y'all. Until next time, y'all be safe. Peace.